Maniacs, welcome back to the channel. Your local bedhead here. We have some things to discuss, and I think very important things. The first thing I want to say before we start with this video is that you guys know I made a video on one of Corey's friends, going into the comment section of one of my videos and having a little bit of a rant. And I made a video going into it and going through his comments and whatnot, my argument between his. I just think it was a bad move. Look, I have nothing against this guy in person. You know, he was defending his buddy, and I will say that he reached out to me and he apologized. He said it came off a little more personal than he intended. And it seemed like the guy was he was pissed off. And it's understandable. Guys, you got to understand that, you know, these are human beings just like us. Okay, they are content creators, and, you know, these guys are hanging out with some cool people, but they're people just like us. And look, there have been a lot of videos talking about Corey. And in his defense, I don't blame him for getting a little mad and wanting to say something. You know, he runs a business with Corey. It's okay. Guys, at the end of the day, I said it in the video too. I get it. I do. Now, do I think it was a good move on his part? No, of course I don't. I think he could have probably had just not said anything, and that might have helped more. But unfortunately, because he did go into the comment section, that automatically made people want to jump on in and start, you know, talking smack back to him. And look, I didn't encourage that. I don't want that to be encouraged. Obviously, I said it in a few posts that please do not go and harass this guy. Now, I do know that a lot of you guys went on his Instagram and over on his YouTube channel and started harassing him. He has not told me any of this stuff. I've just noticed it. And I really wish you guys didn't do that. Understandably so. I understand that you guys appreciate me, you respect my opinions and whatnot, and you don't like it when someone talks back to me, but that's going to happen. You know, these things happen. With the course of what I've decided to do and speak my opinion about certain things, when it comes to certain drama, when it comes to certain content, I'm putting myself out there for some people who might be friends to these people to come and say something to me. And sometimes it might not be nice. I respect it. I do. Look, he was just trying to defend his buddy. I said it in the video. I'll say here. I understand. I appreciate you messaging me. I appreciate you reaching out and having a conversation with me about it. I will say that my opinion has not swayed to Corey's side. I still think Elton is in the right here. Now, does that mean Corey can't come out with a video and show us proof finally? No, that doesn't mean that. I mean, that still could happen. But at the moment, I don't have any reason to believe that Corey has anything. All he has is take his word for it. I truly believe that. And it just shows after a while. And maybe he's keeping his mouth shut for more legal purposes. Who knows? You know, maybe lawyers got involved. I don't know with the behind-the-scenes stuff, obviously. So I'm not going to speak it like I do. Having said that, being somebody on the outside of things, this is what I see. Now, people obviously were asking me, did I go into this with a bias for Elton? If you have been watching my channel for a long time, you will know that I've always liked Corey. I've always liked Corey. Ever since I started Overnight Reactions, one of my favorite paranormal investigators. Hell, I actually was going off on Sam and Colby, mostly Sam, for the Shadow Man series because I felt like they were being unjust and unfair to Corey by making him do things he didn't want to do. I still stand by what I've said. I'm insanely disappointed with the guy, and my opinion of him has drastically changed. But I also think, being someone on the outside who went into this unbiased, I started out watching Elton's video, which I feel like was the right approach to this. Now, obviously, I didn't know Corey had released a video a couple months ago that went over a little bit of why he decided he wanted to step away and do his own thing. Pretty cool. I understand. I do not think it would have made much of a difference. I don't. I watched the video, and I don't think it would have made much of a difference. I think Elton coming in as strong as he did, saying that he had the proof and the facts, and he was prepared for Corey to make a response, and he would have the answers for it, that was a strong beginning, and it won me over. And I felt the guy was being genuine. I feel like he was genuinely hurt by this. A great beginning. And then Corey's response came out, which, yes, was rightfully angry and pissed off, but I feel like he was complaining more than anything else and then accusing Elton. He would rather just sit there and accuse him without proving anything. And I think that's a big step in the wrong direction if you are trying to prove your innocence of what he was already saying you were doing. At the end of the day, there's just something about your videos that really have rubbed me the wrong way. And then for you to make, you know, posts on social media instead of making more videos. And look, the choppiness, the cuts of your videos where Elton was speaking in about an hour-long video where he just spoke without any cuts or anything and just spoke to his audience. It felt genuine. I always say, when something's not scripted and he's just talking throughout the heart, it feels genuine. That's why I liked everything he did. And yeah, of course he had like papers and stuff to go over everything so he didn't miss something. But overall, he was staring at the camera pretty much the entire time, right? Like, that's impressive. But you had cuts. And I just feel like you messed up so many times, or you had a lot of pauses to where you were just thinking about what you were going to say, and then you just cut those. Where he wouldn't stop. He was just going because he knew exactly what he needed to say and how he needed to break it down to his audience. Going into this, I wasn't the biggest Elton fan. My opinion of him has drastically changed throughout the entire course of all this drama. Drastically. I didn't expect my videos to blow up like they did. I'm internally grateful that you guys wanted to hear my opinion. I was just posting it because I normally tackle paranormal drama and paranormal discussions. And you can't deny that Overnight is a big part of the paranormal community. Of course I was going to talk about it. People wanted to hear my opinions, I'm going to mention it. I never went into this thinking that Elton was going to be in the right. I truly believed Corey was going to be in the right. And then Sam and Colby dropped their video. That was one of the reasons why I didn't like Elton so much, was because of all the rumors I've heard about him. I heard so many rumors. I heard about the one where he was apparently trying to get Colby to show his scars on camera, live stream. I heard about that. They debunked that. It was just a story made up by a bunch of idiots, fools, Elton haters, just because they wanted to hate the guy, which is so wrong. Which is so wrong when you sit back and look at it. It's so horrible. And for the longest time, nobody said a thing. It was never true, but nobody said a thing to defend him. I felt so heartbroken because of that. Like, I'm glad that Sam and Colby finally came out and said something, but man, why take this long? This guy was being hounded down. I know some of the people in real life who were mentioning those, and they didn't like Elton because of those rumors. Heartbreaking, man, heartbreaking. Even I believed it. Horrible thing. And I'm so happy he's finally trying to get his name out of the mud, because it was happening for so long. This whole let's drag his name through the mud because why not? It's Elton. He pulled a couple of harsh pranks. And that's still everybody's argument. A lot of Corey supporters right now are still saying that. That we'll never forget the prank wars. But apparently, the prank wars were all set up to be a war, believe it or not, so people might get their feelings hurt. They're supposed to be harsh. They're supposed to be entertaining. They're supposed to be severe. That was the point. And hell, if Elton was pulling off the most severe pranks, I'd say he probably won, right? I don't know, but I haven't reacted to those. People are hitting me up to react to those. I might someday. But it sounds like he did a pretty damn good job at pulling some pretty harsh pranks. But I did see the one where I think they painted Elton's dog pink, which I wasn't a big fan of personally. I won't lie, I wasn't. I thought that was, I'm an animal lover, so I don't want to ever see, like, I know it didn't hurt the dog. I understand. It didn't hurt the dog. The dog was fine. But I'm such an animal lover that if someone did that to my cat, I would be ready to cry. I'm not gonna lie, I'd be like, that's fucked up. Why would you do that? I'd much rather you shave my head when I'm asleep. Yes, I did probably come off like I was biased to Elton in the beginning, but that's because he started out so strong. I was like, damn, how is Corey gonna beat this? And when Corey didn't beat it, I was like, okay, well, that kind of settles that. That was just me. Somebody on the outside. I know Corey's friend said he was gonna be biased no matter what in the comment section. He did. He said he was biased because he's his best friend. And, we had a conversation, and I was honest with him. I'm like, man, I respect you. I respect the fact that you were defending your buddy. I get it. I really cannot take what you say to heart. Because, unfortunately, you're extremely close with Corey. As much as I respect the fact that you came out there swinging and you were trying to defend him, may not have been the best move or the right move, but you did, and I respect it. Take someone's word for it over someone showing factual pay stubs and showing facts. When someone says he's going to take someone to court over this, something tells me he has the proof to back up what he's saying. I don't think he's just saying that to say it. There's so many reasons why I'm more on Elton's side at this point than Corey. But it had nothing to do with being biased. So I just wanted to explain myself really quick, because there are some people in the comments section who are saying I'm dick riding Elton and shit. No, guys, trust me. There are still things that Elton's done that I don't 100% approve of. But I've said that with many content creators. Hell, I'm sure people don't approve what I do sometimes. Man, you're a reaction channel. You react. You gain an audience. You're cheating. People have said that to me. I've been called the most horrendous shit. I always let it go by my head. I can't win everybody over. All I can do is be honest in my opinion. And if that's good enough for you guys, that's so good enough for me, because that's all I can do for you. Look, if Corey ever comes out with some factual shit and he proves us all wrong, I'll be the first to make an apology. I just don't see that happening at this point. That's the thing. I don't see that happening because of how he's handled everything. To me, this just comes off like someone trying to swade, duck, and dive, bob a weave around all of these accusations without actually, or even saying a lot of these things without any proof to back it. And I think that's dangerous. You can't just say the shit and not be able to back it. Having said that, guys, I just wanted to get that out there. I hope you understand everything. I hope you understand my process, my mindset throughout this whole process. Again, never went into this bias, never went into this expecting that Elton was going to be the one in the right here, but I 100% believe, without any question, Elton is the one in the right. Again, I respect all of Corey's friends for sticking up for their guy. I cannot not respect that because, man, that's dope. I don't know any of these guys in person. I just go by what I see online. And from what I've seen, I think it's just obvious at this point. But that's just my opinion. So until next time, guys, please do take care. Please do not go and harass Corey's friend. I know there are people leaving comments on his post. Please do not do that. Just keep it classy, not trashy. I really appreciate every single one of you trying to defend me and whatnot, trying to say something. I felt I did an okay job at saying how I felt about it myself. So I appreciate it, guys, and you're all awesome. Almost 50,000 subs. Once we hit 50,000 subs, I will be doing a new merch drop, which is my new logo. It is the clown. I call it the clown, and I'm so excited for it. It's so cool, so creepy. It was designed by my sister, so if you guys want, go support her Facebook page. I think she did a phenomenal job. It just captures what I love, you know, the creepiness, the clowns, and it's me with my hat. You know, I just love it, guys. So until next time, please do take care.
If you can't stay, can't start to do, you won't be meant dead.